Regional Airport. The Live 5 for 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Oh, it's been dry the last 2 days. We'll continue that drying conditions until we get to Friday. We'll introduce a chance for showers. Notice it's only on Friday. Finally, we have ourselves a decent weekend. Over this forecast this week.
Now at 4, we're learning more about the missing teen found dead in Barnwell. Hear what her family says about the case. Plus, a woman is accused of killing her 1-year-old daughter. We have the latest on the investigation. And the latest on the proposed consolidation of some areas of Columbia County. We have a live report. Your News at 4 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4.
Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with the city of Barnwell in shock after a 17-year-old's body was found on Sunday. Authorities say she was 9 months pregnant. Graham Lee spoke with the family.
A special tribute to 17-year-old Malaysia Hogg, who was found here on Sunday afternoon. She went missing on Valentine's Day, but her death is leaving the family shocked and devastated. The Barnwell County Coroner's Office announced she was found by the police department on Sunday afternoon. The department has requested the SLED Special Victims Unit to help investigate the case. An autopsy for Hogg is scheduled in Newberry on Wednesday. Family members say law enforcement was helpful, but it's still a hard pill to swallow.
The police didn't initially call me. Of course, it was rumors at first. But then when I finally confirmed that it was her, it just took me. Because she was happy and ready to be a mama, and I don't understand how could someone take someone's life.
The family says a funeral for Malaysia will be held in the coming days. In the meantime, the sheriff's office is also still looking for 48-year-old Michael Still, who's been missing since last week. If you have any information on any of these cases, you're encouraged to contact them. In Barnwell County, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Also in Barnwell County, an investigation is underway after a deadly crash. It happened today on SC3 at Poplar Road in Barnwell. According to Highway Patrol, one person is dead as a result of the accident, and the name of the victim is unknown at this time. In Burke County, a woman is accused of killing her 1-year-old daughter. 34-year-old Alicia Stevens is charged with second-degree murder. Police say they were called out to a home on Winter Road yesterday, and when they arrived, officers say they found the little girl unresponsive in 4 feet of water. One expert reports neglect is the most common type of child abuse in Georgia. We spoke with Child Enrichment's Cara Viola Brooks. She says there's a fine line between poor parenting and child neglect. Burke County Sheriff's Office investigators say yesterday's death of the 1-year-old is a case of death by negligence. Cara Viola Brooks tells us most people don't realize a child is being neglected until it becomes fatal.
So some of the things we look for with neglect are just improper disciplining, kids coming to school not wearing the appropriate weather clothes. We live in Georgia, so that's hard, but like if it's 30 degrees out and wearing short sleeves and shorts, a lot of times with neglect we'll see kids hoarding food.
The sheriff's office says the child was in a hole that was dug for a septic tank. Stevens is in the Burke County Detention Center. In Allendale, a murder case is becoming the first federal hate crime trial based on gender. And Daquan Ritter is accused of shooting Ernest Doe Jr. to death in 2019. Doe was born a man but identified as a woman. Prosecutors accuse Ritter of killing Roe once friends found out the two were having an intimate relationship. If convicted, he faces several life sentences. Well, turning now to the weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller for a first look today, and it was a pretty day.
It's a pretty day today.
Yeah.
A little warmer than yesterday.
Yeah, but the ugliness of the pollen's coming. That's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah, coming.
It's coming.
Full throttle. And ain't no stop. It's like a train, right? Whoop. All aboard. All right, so looking outside now, you'll notice we have some clouds around, and that's because we've got a little upper level disturbance that's sort of riding through town. It's going to pass on town. Maybe stop at the Waffle House or something, but that's really about it. No rain from that, but notice, yeah, it sort of gives us some clouds. 62, our current temperature reading 59, Barnwell, Bamberg at 61, Louisville checking in about 64 degrees. Winds, well, let's see here. They are basically from the northeast, about 6-7 miles per hour. So it's sort of a cool day, that's for sure. Dee mentioned the allergy forecast. We got to bring the pollen forecast back because we all know it's going to start to really affect us. Is it affecting you? It's already affecting me. 6-8, moderate for Wednesday. Then we're going to be at medium. Almost at 9-9-2 by the time we get to Saturday. We know we'll be seeing 10 here in the next couple weeks and so on. In the meantime, here's the clouds. A little upper level disturbance, maybe a shower near Crawfordville. So if that's even reaching the ground at this point, the air is still relatively dry. But you can see this whole mass of clouds, right? So once we're done with these clouds, which they're on to the west side of Atlanta, we'll start to clear the skies out, and that's when it would be chilly. For sure. But check out the warmth. Good night. It's 80 degrees in Dallas, 79 in Shreveport. That's the warmth that will be tiptoeing its way towards us as we get in towards the later half of the week. I wish it would run towards us, but it's going to tiptoe. 56 at 7 o'clock. Temperatures will fall in the 40s. Notice the clouds, and then we get clear. And the clearing skies will get us to be chilly tomorrow morning for sure. We'll be in the low 30s. But notice we're probably at the same temperature tomorrow as we are today in the low 60s. It's a taste of spring, though, with a decent warming trend. I'm talking maybe mid-70s in our future. All the details and all that coming up in just a few minutes, Steve.
All right, thanks so much, Tim. We'll see you then. A recent feasibility study is saying the consolidation of incorporation of Columbia County could be in everyone's best financial interest. Hannah Latier joins us live from the county's government office in Evans to explain. Hannah.
Dee, in that study, Valdosta State University looked at Columbia County's previous financial records and other data and determined that a proposed Columbia City would bring in more revenue. Harlem and Grovetown would still be their own cities with their own local governments. Unincorporated areas like Evans, Appling, Martinez, Winfield, and Leah would become one city. If incorporated, the study states that the county could possibly collect more franchise fees, reduce the millage rate, and alleviate the tax burden on residents, as well as receive more grants. Some concerns brought up by Harlem and Grovetown leaders are their ability to expand and if mailing addresses will stay the same. The study addresses this, and County Manager Scott Johnson says the changes would mainly be on paper.
We really feel like everything will remain the same operationally. We're not asking to change our board of commissioners. We're not asking to add any additional layers of government. We're not asking for any new positions. We're just simply looking at doing this as a possibility to increase the revenue streams.
As the proposal potentially moves its way through different levels of government before reaching the ballots next year, Johnson tells me residents will have plenty of chances to voice their opinions and ask questions. Live in Evans, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
Today in Augusta, city leaders voted to make $400,000 in repairs for the boathouse. This will allow the rowing club to remain in the building. We will have more on this tonight on News Channel 6 at 6. Well, in this week's episode of Your Hometown Road Trip, the crew goes to Willington, a small town with a big heart. The town is getting ready for its historic Willington Day event. This is the second year for the event, and News Channel 6's Brandon Dawson asked about people's reactions from last year.
Well, we had between 150 and 200.
Wow!
And many of the people were amazed at what's here. They whiz through on this highway and don't even realize the treasures inside these buildings.
Your Hometown Road Trip airs Wednesday at 12:30 on News Channel 6. Each week, you can find them having a new adventure in the CSRA. Well, coming up, Rooted in Community, the meaning and history behind African American debutante battalions.
Well, chipping away day by day. Spring will be here 28 days away from the official first day of spring. But I'm going to tell you something. Our temperatures in the next several days will start to feel very much like spring. Forecast.
To provide the reliable energy to help make mornings like this happen.
Thank you.
Dominion Energy, powering your everyday.
WJBF News Channel 6 wants you to join our team. We're looking for talented applicants in a variety of fields. To see a current list of job openings, visit WJBF.com/work-for-6. Join our team today. The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today.
The tradition of the debutante cotillion is a rite of passage that dates back to the 1700s. Young women don porcelain white ball gowns, satin gloves, and pearls, like me. Our escorts dress in tuxedos, and Michael Latier explains why it carries a special meaning for African American families.
Circle up so that Emma ends up standing next to Hillary.
These young women and men are preparing for a traditional African American debutante cotillion.
Remember, 16 counts down, 12 counts back up. This is the quintessential part of being a debutante.
Many moons ago, that was me.
I knew it.
She had to have had it.
I got it. I told you. It's here.
Yeah, here I am coming down. Getting ready for what would be a pivotal moment in my life as a black woman. And here's the big night. The tradition is steep in the Mateer family. What did you do for yours?
Very little.
Okay. Starting with my mother, Jean, who's now 93 years old. What was it like when Grandma was making your outfit and your beautiful long dress?
It was a beautiful white dress. It was all lace. And my mother was a seamstress. Every time she'd put it on me, I'd go to the mirror and look, And I became very excited about becoming a member of this affair.
That's her decades ago, along with her escort, Edwin Smith.
Oh, here's another one while I'm coming down.
My sister Gloria came out in 1984. Our father Louis presented both of us to society.
Miss Daphne Bridgerton.
You may have heard about a debutante cotillion before, starting back in the 1700s as part of British nobility. Young women being paraded in front of eligible suitors for potential marriage, as seen in the popular show Bridgerton. That's not what this is.
So with African American cotillions and debutantes, I feel like the first time you could really track it was in 1778, where it was captured in the New Jersey Gazette. It was titled the Ethiopian Ball, but the first original kind of debutante cotillion was in the 1890s called the Original Illinois Club, and they are still producing debutante balls to this day.
Independent curator and cotillion historian Taylor Bythewood Porter has spent hours researching this. This is her celebrated exhibit in California, honoring Black cotillion culture. She says the custom, which has been deemed exclusive by some, is rooted in community that reaches back to the earliest days of the African American experience.
Yes, there was enslavement, but there was a population of freed blacks and freed people who were living in the South, and especially within the North. And I think, again, it was a way just to kind of mirror what traditional and society was doing. And again, just saying that, these women, these people, these groups of people are just saying, like, we're worthy, we can do this.
Well, I think growing up, it was kind of about the pretty dresses and being presented on a stage in front of so many people. But I think as I got older and I experienced some of my family members and friends and cousins be debutantes, I kind of wanted that community and wanted that sense of elegance and sense of pride that so many Black people in the community have.
Here at home, debutantes also attend months of various workshops preparing to make an impact for years to come. I know because I was a debutante in the Augusta Adult Society's Debutante Club. It was established in the spring of 1963 by 40 students at A.R. Johnson High School. The name was changed decades later to what is now known as the Rosa T. Beard Club, and she made such an impact, and the Debutante Club still exists today. Well, be sure to tune in tomorrow for part 2 of the history of cotillions in the Black community. And this Thursday, News Channel 6 will share the Black history stories of local legends. Join me and Renetta DeBose at 7 p.m. as we highlight people who have made their mark on our community and beyond. We'll be right back.
I'm attorney Jamie.
That's all.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5 for 6.
Our temperatures in the low 60s. Pretty day today, no doubt. We have a little bit of a breeze, but I call your attention to the humidity and dew point at 21%, 22 degrees. That's very, very dry air. outside for sure. So even though the clouds may look like, it may rain, don't think so. Down with those conditions for sure. Temperatures will start to fall as notice we have these clouds. We're going to get rid of these clouds. Skies will start to clear, and that's when the temperatures will start to fall into the 30s and low 30s coming up by tomorrow morning. So clouds increasing really through this afternoon, then decreasing tonight. So we'll probably correct that to maybe, skies clearing. Warmer temperatures ahead. Rain Thursday late into Friday morning. And right now, a pretty great looking weekend, finally, right? Normally it rains on the weekends. How can that be, right? High pressure currently is our friend to our south and well to our north, and we're sort of twixt in between here. And a little cloud cover here. I'll zoom in a little bit closer. You can see it, right about there. And that's pretty much where it's moving towards the east. We'll be out of these clouds here before too long. But look at the warmth out west. Good night. Almost 70 in Kansas City, 67 in Omaha, but they don't know what to do with themselves with those temperatures. 80 in Dallas. So it's, goodness, it's warmer in Dallas than it is Miami. Florida's had this massive cool spell they just can't shake. And that's going to continue for a little while longer. So here's Futurecast. High pressure to our south. We'll continue to sort of meander off towards the east. Notice that we're clear, so it's going to be chilly tomorrow morning, no doubt. But throughout the day tomorrow, we'll be looking fine, plenty of sunshine. Notice by Thursday, we're going to sort of increase these clouds coming in from the west. And here comes a cold front. This is the front that will be in for Friday, late Thursday into Friday, giving us a chance of showers before it moves on through and clears the skies out for the weekend. So looking ahead here, we'll start Friday at midnight. Notice we're dealing with these scattered showers. So some showers around through the morning hours. Maybe by mid-morning they're off towards Columbia. We'll start the clearing skies, but it will be breezy. Breezy southwest winds coming in for Friday night. So be prepared for that. That'll take us into Saturday. But in the meantime, though, it is going to be chilly. Cold, actually. 32. It'll be freezing in Augusta. 30 in Saluda, below freezing. 34 in Aiken, under mostly clear skies. Any clouds now will be long gone. Sunshine for tomorrow. 64 the high. 60 in Saluda. 63 in Louisville. Notice that's pretty much where we should be for this time of year. And our 10-day forecast will warm it up. 70 on Thursday. Friday with those showers, we'll do 70. Notice the air behind that cold front really isn't too cold. Plenty of sunshine. 66 for Saturday. Sunday's looking about nice at 70. Then look at next week. Your eyes are out to Seaview. 75 degrees.
Amazing.
Get excited.
Well, let's bottle that up and keep it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, okay, try your best.
Okay.
Thank you for trying. Coming up, creating a positive change for veterans. That story next.
Our Wi-Fi works in
13305. Over the years, thousands of people have gotten their hands on one. And who knows, you could be next. Win your very own Good Morning Augusta coffee mug at WJBF.com/coffee club. Sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken.
Weeknights, watch the Beverly Hillbillies.
I personally am going to spend the next few nights at the Clabbits.
Stay up as long as you like, Mr. Drysdale. 9 o'clock if you want.
A service dog program based out of Buffalo, New York is trying to take their mission of helping veterans to the next level. Brandon Dawson takes a look at how they are helping veterans locally.
Positive for Heroes recently stopped by Augusta to talk about what the program is all about.
Positive for Heroes is a service dog program that was created back in 2013, and it was to provide service dogs to veterans who served our country. And since the birth of the program in 2012, we have now gone national with it. And we're getting veterans that are sending in applications from all over the country, and we were getting a big request down here in Georgia. So we decided to leave New York and come down here to Georgia and see what we can do about getting it going.
For president and founder Chris Krieger, getting the chance to help his fellow veterans is personal.
Myself, coming home from Iraq in 04, dealing with my own injuries, illnesses, in and out of the hospital quite a bit, losing everything. I had everything taken from me and turned upside down, and I contemplated suicide day in and day out for many years. And it wasn't until I got my own service dog that was forced upon me and realized that it did make a difference for me and it did help.
The Positive for Heroes team chose to come to Augusta for a reason.
There's so many veterans here in Augusta, and the CSRA area in general, that choose to stay here after their service. So I think it's very important that we have programs like this that can help people.
Several veterans were there to talk about the importance of service dogs.
My service dog has definitely saved my life. It's helped me get back out in the community. It's helped me to get off the couch and get back into my life. It's helped me build my relationship back up with my daughter, be available for her. It's helped me be a part of my community again.
At the end of the day, Positive for Heroes just wants to reach as many veterans as possible.
Yeah, if there's veterans out there that are watching, we are a group of veterans who've been there, done that, and for many of us still going through it. So we know what veterans need, we know what veterans are looking for, and if they're looking for that help, that one tool that can truly make a difference and help them reacclimate back into life and start living life again, reach out to us. Don't be shy.
Brandon Dawson, WJBF News Channel 6.
What a great program. That is awesome. Well, for more on the Positive program, go to WJBF.com and click on the link to this story. Well, there's much more coverage you can count on coming up at 4:30, including attorneys general from across the country calling for a change in baby food products, what they're asking from the FDA. Next.